Hey everyone, what's going on? Isaac here with LPT Realty, and I've got incredible news you're not want to miss. You got to hear about this. Every agent, if you're thinking about your next move, you have to think about LPT. The parent company of LPT Realty, which is LPTA or Aperture Holdings, has just ranked number 2 on the Deloitte P Technology fastest growing list for 2025 with a growth that's staggering 29,462% from 2021 to 2024. Wild. Let me say that again. 29,462% from 2021, well, really 2022 to the end of 2024. That's nearly 30,000% growth in 3 years. To put it plainly, it's not just another real estate firm. Right, this is a brokerage that's scaling like a tech startup, frankly, and dominating an industry that's historically been super slow to innovate. Right, like there has been innovations. It was, Remax innovating the franchise model, and then Keller Williams coming in with the franchise/cap model. Then it was EXP coming in with the cloud-based, one platform across the entire world model. And now we're seeing LPT is that next shift, but those are usually like decades apart. And so this is pretty intense. So what does that mean for you as an agent or a team leader or anybody like that? Well, why should you even care? And how can you take advantage of this moment? Well, let's break down first the headline. LPT has shown an extraordinary growth in a short time frame. Really crazy. Because of that, anybody partnering with this company that's accelerating, it's not just coasting, right? They are also on the same path to acceleration. It means, frankly, and this is what I've seen since, almost 2 years since I joined now, it means more resources, more technology, more training, and more opportunity for you and the agents that are partners with us at LPT Realty. Second, we're also preparing for a future IPO. LPT's leadership has publicly said and working with the major exchanges to evaluate what that means next. So you're not just joining a strong brokerage today, you're getting on the ground floor of something that is monumental. Now, let's be specific. Here's how LPT compensation plan works and why it's growing so fast, okay? And some of the tools. This is a light overview. I have full videos that break down like every detail, what's in the marketing, how would you take advantage of it as a team leader, what's the pros and cons versus other cloud-based brokerage platforms. I'll link some of those in the description. If not, just go ahead and subscribe to my channel and just watch some of those. I actually have a playlist called LPT Explained. It'll break it down. But I'll just go quickly over some really light stuff, right? So compensation plan options. First of all, you have an option. That's a big deal. Business Builder path, it's $500 per file with a cap of $5,000 for the year. Then you retain 100%, right? Flat fee. Then you have what's called the Brokerage Partner. It's an 80-20 split with a $15,000 cap for the year. Then you keep 100%. Now, here's the thing. Those have different benefits, right? Obviously, the $5,000 plan has a benefit of being only a $5,000 cap and $500 per transaction flat fee when you're paying or when you're closing. The other one, you have the ability to earn revenue share and you get double the stock awards. The beautiful part about that is like anybody on their first, third, and 15th transaction of every year, regardless of what comp plan you choose, you get stock awarded to you in the company. And again, you don't rank number 2 on Deloitte and then IPO the following year, hopefully, and have like a terrible IPO or, stock position. Now, this isn't advice by any means for investing or anything, but that's just my thinking. All right, so what else? Why are people excited about it? What should you focus on? In terms of compensation, that's really the main thing. There are no monthly fees, there are no sign-up fees, and there is a modest transaction fee of $195 charged on every transaction, even after you cap. All right, now here's the other thing, the big thing that actually attracted me and most other people. Because when they look at the comp plan, they're like, okay, that's great. There's other flat fee brokerages that are similar in terms of their compensation plan, but they don't get what LPT agents get when it comes to marketing. The flagship product, I guess, is called Listing Power Tools or the Listing Power Pack. But Listing Power Tools altogether is a full tech and marketing suite. Their own branded, and you can brand yourself, marketing, collateral, and AI-driven systems to support their business. All right, to support all the agents' businesses. And here's the thing, the Listing Power Tools, the Listing Power Pack specifically, is 188 pieces of printed marketing material that every single agent gets at LPT. You get a demo box to go out there and take listings, but every time you take a listing, you get that box for that listing, specifically for that listing, for free. All we do is pay shipping. I think the last one was like $38 or something. Whereas normally that would cost, not just in time and like having to coordinate all this and all that, normally just the print cost and shipping and everything like that, probably be around $400 to $500. Here's the other thing people care about. Some people care about it, some people don't, but it's worth talking about. They do have revenue share. There is a structured 7-level revenue share plan, so you can earn additional income beyond your own transactions if that's something that you care about. What this really means, you're backed by a brokerage that is growing fast, that gives you choice in how you get paid and how you market, technology, leadership resources that can focus you on what you do best, selling and building relationships. And here's the kicker, at least in my opinion. This isn't just about compensation. Because of the growth and scale of LPT, you'll benefit from national expansion, international expansion, state to state presence, not paying a different person in every single territory you go to. If you want to expand your business, right, you're not paying a separate cap here and this franchisee there and this company over here, right? A lot of us transact in multiple states. That's a big deal. It can add up quickly, especially if you have big goals. What about things like branding and visibility? Being part of a brokerage that just hit a milestone like this gives you instant credibility when you talk to clients, referral partners, and top talent that you may want to attract. Future wealth potential is a thing. As a company moves forward to an IPO, agents who join early can benefit from stock awards, leadership opportunities, and long-term upside. What about stability and resilience? Growth like this signals that the firm is investing heavily in tech, in culture, systems, meaning you're not just tied to one local market, you're actually part of something built for scale. And keep in mind, this brokerage launched in the downturn in 2022 when rates were going up. That's when LPT launched. So it's at the bottom of the real estate growth curve, right, in this cycle. So that's pretty interesting. A lot of people built their stuff when the market was on its way up. We built it, and LPT decided to launch when the market was pretty much sapped in terms of transaction volume, right? Like the housing prices for consumers, that market didn't crash. But in terms of our real estate, like production and everybody across the United States, not individuals, I'm talking about in general, it's a big crash there, right? We saw something like 40+% transactions just kind of disappear. What do I suggest that you do? If you're seriously looking at elevating your career, now is the time. Ask yourself this, okay? Are you with the brokerage that's growing at 30,000% over 3 years? Or are you one that's bleeding? Are you receiving a competitive compensation plan that rewards you fairly? Do you have access to top tier tech and marketing? Are you positioned for wealth creation beyond just like commissions? Okay, if your answer is not quite to any of those, we got to talk. All right, we got to connect with you one-on-one. I'll go through the specifics of how LPT can support you, your goals, your team, whether you're building that solo business or scaling the team or leading a group of, any random agents. This is important. Here's what you got to do. You got to click the link below to schedule time with me, and we'll map out your path together. Let's not just be part of the market, let's lead it. And here's the other thing. If you've heard about LPT from somebody else, just know that there is an opportunity for both that person and me to help you, right? You can name up to 2 sponsors when you join our brokerage, something that's pretty intense and also awesome. Anyways, I'm going to let you get back to it. I'll see you on the next video. Go ahead, click that link to like, share, subscribe, and drop a comment. What do you think? How does this impact your mindset around what brokerage you're with and where you might end up?